come on 0246518003 0246518003 and afi 0543 320030 na when a Grace Gift Bar Clinic for Indi and Komo Anope one more ebeje so na afi one more share etu yare ni nyina no ase ede amount. Checking your time is exactly 49 after 7. Kessben midi ede Kwame Appiah Kubi, Mr. Speaker anope. I'm grateful sir also what join here. Now my messages emra 0550596929 0550567929 text lines anope yade juma both SMS and afi WhatsApp console no so odo messages ni nyina no efa so ede ba yebeje na yakenkai ede amount. Now a lot is happening in Ghana, and this morning as we sit and no home komo ana ye babedi plus few days more for us to go into the special delegate conference for the new patriotic party. Now afi party no delegate no at the special level no ebeto aba askeli down the aspirant one more air press delegate war party no more ebetimi ama one more akwenya no na afi franka tuni dibia they say no ababeda mpan no womo atimi anya akwanya no se party no ekọ womo nso atimi ababedi party nanim eto franka. Now ahead of November numbers no as I say ye dey eba form ebedru 5 na afi ye hese bibia nso ebetimi akoye ede ama party no. And just as we've done throughout the week no and open so we make an encounter with some of the aspirant ye nim say about elections ye komu idia the Vice President Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia against Alan Kojo Chabatain. Within the week, Yedide Nkomo, their reps have been in the studio. And so I'm privileged for Sir Yenya, the campaign spokesperson for Dr. Bawumia's campaign team. Na anope yeneno ebedi Nkomo. And to stay true with us, Nama wajin cheni nyina no emra yabeje na yakenkan ni nyina no ede amount. And what you know na afei also what me ehun de air coso and it doesn't
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwan Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwan.
This is your election destination, and we bring you an update on the NPP's upcoming special delegate conference. And just as we've done beginning on Monday, engineer Kwame Appiah Kubi Edi Nkomo, aspirant number 6 on the ballot paper for the new patriotic party, and Tuesday, and so Yedi Nkomo and Richie, right? Yeah.
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwan.
Lawyer Boabe Asamoah Edi Nkomo, campaign spokesperson for the Honorable Alan Kojo Chabatain, and Opey Yene Dennis Miracle Abuaje, campaign spokesperson for Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia Alhaji, His Excellency, the Vice President of the Republic, Enya Encounter, and Opey na Opey Anso Yene Kwame Appiah campaign manager Edema Rakede Compreko Japan will also join us now. Afe and Komono Yetimi Edini. So far so good. Maybe a campaign a holding in no Ababetuno. We give you back to back now. Afe Yene all the teams in the show Enya Encounter. Mama Denny Sachi na Memano Akwaba. Dennis Maakye.
Yes, we got me just reading a beautiful.
Eradiadum. Now, what's so hot to say?
Device selection. Yeah. What's your Panadum one? I just said, I can't. Very well.
And we are very grateful, sir, for joining here. even through the rains, went to me and make time with us. I'm very grateful for that.
We're in this together. We're in this together. Yes, we that's it. The vice president is beautiful.
Very well. First of all, Jens Tate, say I feel we join your higher 92.9. So Oshio TV, so this is Kessben TV. We are live on DSTV, channel 364, with DSTV, Go TV, channel 121, and Ubetime Enya. Normal de get so secure. I dare say Ubenya na afi watime adjoin here. Numbers near 0550 596 929 0550 596 929 0550 567 929. Text lines are Juma. Dennis Miracle Abuaje, a campaign spokesperson for the vice president, Dr. Bahamudu Baumia. Then it's so far so good. Campaign no saying Anna AC Echo.
Nyamiadum Dr. Mahmoud Baumia
Kessben 92.9 Asidan Kwan
or declare intention or asylum down. Ubekaya or no any last person or yes our declaration of intent. No?
Yeah.
Since then no. In fact, if you asylum down or choir was so east straight, no go starting a campaign
on the same day.
The same day, and for 40 days in the vice president has been on the road on rest here to sell his message.
Okay.
To the over 200,000 over delegates. Say anka ebe yo mupa omuma no kwan na ondi yeko nenim.
Okay.
And fanko the next election. So far wako Greater Accra, Ashanti region, Western region, Central and Eastern region.
Okay.
And see why 5 regions.
Regions out of the 16.
So our 5 regions you know is made up of about 154 constituencies. And see nature say across half of the 275 constituencies. And it's made up of 154 constituencies. It's made up of about 128,000 delegates.
Okay.
And it tells you the amount of work he's put in so far. Every day, or year average of about 4 constituencies. And once on also a campaign, no, or constituency, or and each of these 154 constituencies, one former baby or no alcohol, any omokodi incomo. Every constituency be okasa not less than an hour and a half.
Okay.
And he's doing close to 6 hours of talking in a day. And he's done that across 154 constituencies. Menoka say Namia Duma next week Saturday, the Bay Super Delegates elections.
Yeah.
And you are aware it's a Super Delegates elections, you know. Party Brano a specific group of people being on Motuaba.
Exactly.
And see Kwesiada near the Eastern region between now and next week Saturday the vice president is working with the super delegates to ensure say a better about the next week Saturday and not overwhelming majority
Okay. So for now, no engagement is focused on the people this Saturday coming week.
In the next 1 week, yes.
Okay, the next 1 week. Very well. We just have about 9 days more to go.
Yeah.
But response, aside the focus, as I say, more attention, we will come to the message you are selling to the delegate. But response, from the delegates, at saying so far.
I think say in the west of the vice president.
Okay.
It's not bus anymore. Say the bus in the
yeah.
I'll say he's overwhelmed. He's overwhelmed. This is no create because since we are we the speaker.
Kessben 92.9.
So Diana will catch you there and I am
exactly.
Because Diana so and you know be a woman. In fact, to me so die. Now whom me womb. But me de me no sad him.
Okay.
It's all now about catch me so die and na me no number baby.
Yeah.
Sɛ magye wadi sɛ menji wundi sɛ dia wo kana ye no kre sɛ ye no kre wonyɛ sure nti o ba beka tembia na brofo ye sɛ wo butterflies I am hyehyɛ kakra wo msade ekura mbeka kyeni obegye media na nti sɛ wo do dai so ekoka kyero bi na sɛ nipa ne ka kyerɛ sɛ o ha wo ho na wo kura dai na wo so ye no me kura maso sa dai ne dada nti na me kura me twa ni mu sɛ me so menya ho kwan na me no wadi nkomo ya na ma ahotoso bi ma abotoyem bi eba wo so And that is how the energy across the country has been so far for the vice president.
Okay.
MPP for across the country, I'm the told me say, I see a win election 2024 because of their AC pain. I see a win election 2024. Now, you be win election 2024 there.
Kessben
Let's say
92.9. Asidan Kuan.
And found say Nipani Tia and now yet tinting and I know what fair and I know what time. Nipa yen ne ko contest no and a NDC candidate Mahama. Into why in a way ku yimu ne. Se ka say yakwa abatwa se nanim eda paper no so na Mahama nim da paper no so.
Yeah.
E beye mre amayin. See a bit to be winning elections.
Okay.
Party for him clear in their mind say Sanipano and a Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Into ye be drew crana, ye be kaya semono. No one can somewhere ready to that.
I see.
Normally we say also how vice. We are very clear. We want to win the next elections. So go and work hard and campaign and beat the NDC for us as a political party. It's been one of high energy. It's been one that constituencies, they are trying to outdo. In fact, it's a competition. Constituency be a person or say or no and now or can draw vice president more.
Okay.
It's a very constituency back next one. Now next one
energy level near different.
Previous constituency here. Nobody be a cajon. No more beat you say a concern we see trouble. And ama na ye energy abana ye ahunka and just from Kubi about vice president. Until from the one constituency to the next,
you see the progress.
He is inspired.
Okay.
He is inspired. Obi to me sorry no man in Sasso. I say there is see Kofua Baimu in the year 2008. They are now Kofua ye nyina bepem 2008 ye lose power ye nyina ye home baby or mine and they say ye could do by the time we feel about 2016 vice president yes slow. The SSA be any retain power no. Should I retain my? I'll come to that aspect of the conversation.
Okay.
But so far there, I can tell you, say so far so good.
Okay. So far so good. It is what journey and I mean the campaign spokesperson for the Vice President, His Excellency Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, Dennis Miracle Abuaje, and Edin Komo as campaign team and member, and then spokesperson for the presidential aspirant. Now, we just want to understand the focus of the Vice President. The reason why the delegate of the New Patriotic Party must give him that nod or the opportunity, say, Obetimi Abeye, the flag bearer of the party. Then it's to the substantive issues. In all your engagement, any over 5 regions are more so far, what is the core message? Modema delegate, what does Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia seek to do for your party before Mpansana Yaba Ghana at large?
In fact, party the Ghana party like I've said, political party there. Wo preoccupation is about winning.
Exactly.
So we are party now so we win elections you don't exist. And see Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia extra party for a choir or be faswa or be boa you could no we need the next elections.
Okay.
And they hire choir but party for the tea na assembly year.
Okay.
To me who clearly say based on sanoma way into you did say papa in a bit to me then. Amen. Intendo they are very clear about it. Share Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia answer no be journey you as a front runner.
Okay.
In 2008 because I mean the highest way in our party and it's a flag bearer and then a running mate. And see obey running mate or introduce a certain new breed of politics into your democracy. Answer now, Dr. Bawumia be unity in 2008 I call round a campaign free senior high school, 1 district, 1 factory, 1 this, 1 that, digitalization, mobile money interoperability would make sure. Now, campaigner before then, so running elections. Don't say this for a few matches any kerosene, any meat pie, any tea bread campaign. Or mobile fear and a journey amount matches, yes, or Kotoma Brunino. Only Bruni Quaeka. Yama if she omukra kerosene or gallon until you do and a quail. Kerosene a quail. Those times, Nami Kotobabi ha.
Okay.
Kotobabi hey, Usani hey, Omoba, near shake kerosene kakramo, near ma quail no, ye Unsa shisha yi yes ya de chia ukoto atoma broni no ye check tea bread any meat pie
Kessben 92.
so we are lucky no mu kwekura coins no na ye de maw say koto abama party we were not used to running an election with message and policies. This it was Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia started say Ghana for a dream who say hey say koto aba impenifo no to make and the NTA nyina so to aba maw am it's a stake in our head intimi no ka say ye ne ubi o phone line CC na say Ghana for nkyerɛ their MPP car say buy 2008 so many
they will tell you
2012 they can tell you 2016 they can tell you 2020 they can tell you
today
the youth of this country can tell you Vice President can say about the rent assistance scheme
exactly
saying one of the reasons why MPP government we suffer a lot when it comes to critique any probing because everybody knows our message.
You set the standard for yourself.
So it's easy for people to say, okay, so about BSC, okay, so about BSC. We cannot have same for other political parties because only the Osi or Bampo Beye Nempo the Susu at home, and that is the kind of energy Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has brought into our politics. And as a result of that, the fortunes of MPP are improving hugely. And then me no say. And me be an anka MPP yen ebeka say no go area no because of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia aya easy work for us obeka ya anse ye be northern region and savannah and north east in the keka ho na you 31 seats 31 parliamentary seats na NDC for about 27 or 28 of that 31 MPP na dey wo mbe 3 or 4 pe but as a result of Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia's personal value and then a contribution to our party. He dedicated his life and his time and everything between 2008 and 2016 in the northern part of Ghana and making sure say he would work there to increase our fortunes, to complement what our party and our flag bearer brings onto the table. And in Tenamino Kasi, sa seats na 31 na NDC what 27 or 28 and then you were 16 and NDC were 15. You come.
Yeah.
And the hitherto weak area for the party. And then me say as a result of the vice president's own personal value and contribution to the party, we've outweighed the NDC in these areas. And you can't take it away from him. Okay. Say in the 2016 elections and the 2020 elections, Edu baby no, not vice president Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Ghana for crap and who no say flag bearer. You remember? He was prominent on the and then at the front line of our campaign. You bet to me I saw no contribution to our victory in 2016. It came 50 to 60%. We are not exaggerating. And that is why it is easy for a lot of people to pick on the vice president when it comes to your campaign in 2016 and 2020.
Because
I am telling you, okay, onona of fire your message, no, the Nante Ghana. So I just say, and ever since he became vice president, and so on, you be no credit. From 1992, Beppe Munaya started fourth Republican democracy. We've never had any vice president. Why ye Juma are visible and prominent are contributed towards the success of a president than Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. I mean, ene ye ka nanadwa ye se nana ye ka abanya ye se nana Akufo-Addo Bawumia ban. In fact, opa me NDC panelists metna wa hwe ko mon kana nado Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. And there's a reason. When have we ever had such a scenario? 1992. Yes, Rollins Aban. How many people even knew Aka? Ebi mo beti Aka after he was slapped.
Yeah.
Ye bo Aka sum. President bo Aka sum as vice president. Ebi beti say vice president be a friend Aka. Atameos bai. Anya Atameos Aban. How many times did you hear Atameos Mahama Aban? It was only when Atameos setting up committee so probi the vice president friend say John Mahama it was bribery and corruption issues here UK answer Ibum Krabi say Mahama oho and afi along the line nyame fa ne krensie Atameos betwe mu koy answer ehun say Mahama kra so yeden oho Mahama be di president yi what say ye ka Mahama akwesi emisata abanda de bia Mahama ban meboa but for the first time we are hearing the vice president even more than the president. It tells you his contribution. He has been a running mate and a vice president in this country for at least 4 elections. If you be any woman named Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Abre be any woman named Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, Akole be any woman named Dr. Mahmoud Baumia. And this is the value that Dr. Mahmoud Baumia brings onto the table. And the party people know and they understand. Because omo no mo door to door, omo no mo house to house, omo no mo nim nipa ebeye mresa o betumi aton na magana for mama ede. Ghana for not saying say they are looking out for an overnight in New York City. And an overnight London City. Omo pe omampenia obema assurance and hope. In times of crisis, who would be able to stand up for the people, mobilize the people, and lead us out of the crisis? And that is what Dr. Mahmoud Baumia represents. In the party, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia represents the biggest chance to beat the NDC
in breaking the eight.
In the country, Dr. Mahmoud Baumia represents the hope and the future of this country. Ye leader owo gidie sonko ewo enema pa ban we ababeye because you see na metese nkofo keka
Kessben 92.9
baby na ye what 2016 no see ye kase ye de compare baby na ye wo ne ene ye say nanka ye toa so from baby na ye what 2016 nanka will be in the most terrible situation that we are today. As at 2016 no my way not nurse for any teacher for my year omo school 4-5 years 6 years omo to gugu fie. As of 2016, can me for Kessben as that house. And can generate a so na model power my radio station. And until that Ghana radio station spawn 10 p.m. A lot of media houses laid off their workers and their staff because of high cost of operations. Okotama factories epamo Ghana for continent Ghana for back continent fee. You converted factories into churches.
Kessben 92.
Your social safety guards are your my way mu. E here for ma allowances omutuminya enti emomba ko nursing college ni teacher college ye gifi omunsem empo asa 2016 se wotie ye na se we teacher ni etumi fa wadwuma mu kra o start adwuma ye sesike ni ho nto de adwuma ye betua oka wa ye adwuma enfie baako 1 year 12 months ese ye tua oka ye betua ye se ye niska nti ye betua 3 months oman we mu esane school adaya na ni ho dormitory blocks ani ho nti nkola wiye JHS when you grade 10, it's when you school mukwain because of cut-off points. And kwala 135,000 and afibia between 2009 and 2016. No more katrefi multiply and see. Into the 8 years of that situation can and kakain kwala do and kebe katrefi within that period. Not because we're born, not because on your own school. Nemo one school fees no at that time no ed to the extent say. So when your first year admission or secondary school, we have 7,000 and so what you have to tell when you're making with your admission fee at school. Nempo, term biano, we have 2,500 and so what you have to school. Only be into a colony school or Siama, my me found course at the palm. Or Sequedu, my mom found course mechanic. Here at the permanent mechanic, any hairdressing a Jumesia, and you had the bonio. Nemum, Sakolana co school, no co secondary school, no can once or be the pound, and answer obey the pemuni. Or school ne ka ho anso abaye mechanical e man edwuma no ekoyie e man nim die no ekoanim. And that is why we keep saying say no matter what obane be teach obeye adepamuni o obeye hairdresser o obeye mechanical secondary education na e be man ehu de fe ne ledger book de ma omama ne hu de fe no account book na we so bi to ade a metro ne din wa ha na metro sika do otu ya me o de meka metie fi mu no e se so otumi sua anye sa emfa ho de pamo besua emfa ho mechanical besua no na edwuma no enko nanim enu nti no oban we baaye obeyi sa eka no ene sa hinti dua ni nyina efiri mu se na be ya Ghana for betumi nyam kwan no. Imagine say niamba mabubo asa a chewe yina yi ye to aso ene ye ma NDC santina be mu bepem 2020 ye benya covid a wiase afa na nyina ko ha na ohihie mu na sambre ne ye san so wo nipa dodo gu fie omunye adwuma ya ye ntumi ntu omoka na sambre ne ye san wo kane adundum na sambre ne ye san wo nkola o ma wie so mko school ntumi nko school. Imagine what we would have been in even in the current situation. And then pony you and then boy, you bet me, I can say, can you gina some pony? And then boy, you bet me, I can say, and Kwala be co school and pony. And then boy, you bet me, I can say, next for the teacher for a year, Juma, you to your company. Imagine if we continued from where we were in 2016. And what Dr. Mahmoud Baumia is saying is that where we have gotten to, we need to protect what we've been able to do.
The promise of hope, as you gave in 2016 and in 2020, many are saying, say, you promised a lot, but it looks as if, say, little and more deliver on economy, on the progress of the individual livelihood, almost standards, any or the NPP gave the country a lot of hope. Now, the belief is that challenges are happening in challenges are it came as a result of some mismanagement, and then there may be a monster down to 2 years, of which the NDC attribute that to the vice president, especially when it comes to the economy.
You see, the economy there.
And
misinformation, misrepresentation, we are cost economy anything. Education income, human capital. If for 4 to 8 years, Uja and Kwalabe 1 million tenefia, do you know what you are doing to your economy?
You're not developing the human race.
If for 4 to 8 years, Wakanya edunduma, do you know what will happen to your economy? If for 4 to 8 years, Senkwala and in 4 years, course, with Omunias came to ya, insurance, egua, do you know what will happen to your economy? If for 4 to 8 years, Uwa Juma, your 4 year Juma, and so won't mean to your moka, and into my despondent, do you know what will happen to your economy? If you have an economy where people, when they are sick, cannot even have access to the hospital, do you know what will happen to your economy? I think what we usually want to talk about are macroeconomic indicators, which of course can always be disturbed if the fundamentals are weak. And in building the fundamentals, it takes a long while. And that's what we've been doing. When we came to office, we said it clearly, and that hasn't changed, that the fundamentals of this economy are weak. So our economy, okra will be including in Suo, if you are broached bar. Our economy, it would suffer when there is a slightest of cough from the global.
Yeah, the hope was that base was going to be changed.
But it takes a while, and between the two parties, we are the ones who have showed working. Sure. When NDC came to power in 1992, with the democracy that we had, between 92 and 2000, they sold 300 factories. They passed a law called Diversity Implementation Act. You know, set up Diversity Implementation Committee, and the collapse factories in Mako 300. Imagine that our factories, they did not collapse it. Yeah, for the first time in the history of our Fourth Republic, you have a government that deliberately is working with private sector to set up industries. What are those industries supposed to do? Those industries are supposed to boost local production. Send a beya normal na ye krefi abrochi no ye better so. Ye ba ye send dako farms egu meboa. Enti ne kra nkoko no doduo bebre fi abrochi and dako farms ya revive it. It no matter how you look at it. Nkoko na ye kra fi abrochi ba no emu doduo no dako farms are stop affect gap no. Enti ye kra bebre ba de but nka ye anye dako farms anka ye be kra more than what we are doing now. We have a lot of factories that are being built across the country. Some are completed, some are operational, some are still under construction. It will take a while. But the good news is that
you're almost hitting 7 years.
Yes, but you need 10 to 15 years to industrialize. You need 10 to that is the truth. Mother, Mr. Kessben, some of the factories.
Yeah.
Bisano, Obekachero. See how long it's taking some of them to actually get to the point that they've got into. It's a factory to grab it to me see. Also, we see bottling company. We see a plant in our tunnel. Plant in a bit to me a bottle, maybe 1,000 bottles a day. But I won't start with 1,000 bottles a day. We start with 50. Now we scale up. Now scale up. Now scale up. So it will take a while.
Okay. Unfortunately
for us, just when we're putting these fundamentals together in 2020, we encountered a global supply chain disruption as a result of COVID. Okay. And see, definitely so we are now trying to recover out of that shock, and then we can get back on the path of growth. But in getting back on the path of growth, you don't go and pick the one that couldn't do what it is that you are even doing.
And also normally hate our candidates, because those macroeconomic indicators, were things that was stressing on during his campaign engagement. Any idea, now they tell you, sir, he's running away from those indicators. The same measure, what they mad the previous government, as Ghanaians are using the same measure to measure him based on what kind of promises I will give you out, It looks as if, as they said, we're Ghanaian free economy, yes, something else, and yeah, not precisely, or promising Ghana.
One of those propagandas in this for their 2 months.
You think so?
And I'm also because we'll be Ghanaian free economy any day. And now me no kasi nipano, Australian pa, ye commission schools, ye commission hospitals, ye commission factories. commission niyama bebre towards the growth of the economy. In took us the economy on the day between 2017 and 2020, which was our first term of 4 years now. Near global economic shock. Did you see these challenges? Why do we want to always run away from the fact that the global economy has been disrupted? Why do we want to run away from that?
But other countries are recovering.
Like what? Give me one. But Ghana, are we not recovering? Are we not recovering? Which country?
Recovering in the state, you almost the same.
But why? Go to the US. Wait, go to the US. Go to the US. For the last 40 years, they've never seen the kind of inflation they are seeing today. Go and check their interest rates. UK, some points last year, within 6 months, no master prime ministers, because the economy was struggling. Germany, almost shorty is some. Turkey, inflation 80%. And when I'm going away in a FIBA. And see, what are we talking about? Every country is trying to recover. All countries are trying to recover. Even countries that were deflating, countries like Japan and Co, they were deflating. And then they all have high inflationary rates.
So do we say that Dr. Bawumia is still at post when it comes to managing the economy?
But that is his job. And he hasn't run away from that. Meaning it is you who is saying it. It is those who are spinning propaganda who are saying it. Dr. Bawumia has always admitted our challenges. And has always given indications of how he believes we are going to recover. One more example. You had a crisis in oil, fuel prices last year. Within a space of 6 months, near fuel price, and I'm about 24 cities.
Yes.
Wasn't it that period that Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia announced the goal for oil policy? Hasn't it brought it down from 24 cities to 11 cities and now about 13 cities? Imagine if the goal for oil policy was not introduced at the time it was introduced. We'll probably be buying fuel around 30 cities today, not as a result of anybody's fault, but simply because we have disruptions from suppliers. We have disruptions from places where we trade with. And your currency suffer. And if our currency is suffering and we are also importing so much and looking for the dollar to go and buy, then obviously we are going to be affected.
The uniqueness of our structure of the economy. So quick because we all knew what the challenges were at the time I'm taking office. But still now structure creating problems. And so dependent on other Western economies, those structures now are still now.
It's all true.
You think so?
Let me tell you. Industrialization is one of the things we need to fix, my boy. Okay, so we want to compare. Let's say we have a policy and we have it to show that we have a government that is deliberately working with private sector to build factories. Is it true or not?
True.
Exactly. And then we have
but you have said the effectiveness of it,
relax.
It may take you a very long time.
Exactly. And that is fact. And no, it doesn't matter even if you change. So we me free now better now cry. It will take that period. Okay, there's no magic wand. So you are measuring human beings. You are not measuring terrestrial beings. So I just say and see obi show working o say there be any on 20 nkofa de no buy one show working.
So the hope is that said Dr. Bawumia to us
human capital in kola egufie omunye adwuma ye omu bika. Do you know what? Every day that we put unproductive young people on the street, we are burdening the few productive ones who are working.
Okay.
Every day. And human capital is crucial. We are the only government that has come and said, let's fix the human capital situation once and for all. Because there has always been that huge vacuum between basic education and GHS. And tertiary. And TSA, let's push basic education from GHS to SHS. So that akwala no SHS kwana so want to asokra at least our skills. Last 3 days, who newspapers mu every girls nkwala omo ye home economics or ma parliamentary complete. Inti by the time we every girls no o we empona so want to asokra otumi fa ne machine be den pam na de on pam keke but at least onim expenditure and income otiase. That is what we are talking about. Health. On my way saying you aban way na what taking health head on I fix here. Anka, did you even know say all the way from Ekwapem Bepem Madina your district hospital bakope. In fact, within the range of 5 districts, okay, Ekwapem North, Ekwapem South, Adenta and Madina no your district hospital bakope. Mo bed cry into 120. COVID by no na me MC. Ye nam secondary schools mu na ye pa schools chew. So mo man fa omo dan e magana for endem. Unam hospital Ghana ni wenya COVID order fam no no akra ni oxygen. oxygen no crampo no or the kakra to no hia no dia mo bi no nipa no so hia kakra. We're trying to fix it. And it was not just about spinning the propaganda. It is about saying, say, indeed, we have challenges. Indeed, we have difficulties. But between the two political parties, who has shown evidence, say, oh, yeah, Juma. It's not enough for you to come and say, oh, when people focus on about May 20, but my 10 pay into Muntuntium. Oh, buy no, focus on 3, but we 1. I don't know if you get what I'm saying. I can give you a promise of 50. 50 promises. May 40, Ebeka 10. What my 10 promises? We are 2. Me am here 50, I'm here 40. Me better than who are here 10. Who promise 10 are we 2 no. Me boy. That is what we are talking about. And let me give you a quick rundown, a quick historical check. Ebia now review. President Kufuor, MPP aban we ba in the year 2000. Na Ghana, we were on our knees. We had no fiscal space to do anything. That was the time. We had to declare ourselves a very high poor country, indebted country, and see in your space to develop it. By the time I could do the year 2008, na Ghana, you see the gateway to Africa. Na kukumlemle ka price. So utifia na banks ba ufie se beje bosia na fa koye djuma meboa. Standard Chartered Bank, Barclays Bank, Fidelity Bank. Have you forgotten? They used to come to our home. They used to see a redenomination of your currency. Exactly. That is the kind of economy President Kufuor left for us. Okay, that's the kind of economy. An economy where by the time he was living, dollar to cedi was about 0.9 pesos. So what you see? Almost say, Sambreno, we're in a golden age of business. But do you know what happened? Somewhere June 2008, President Kufuor encountered 2 challenges. One, a fuel crisis. Now could be 3 days until when your fuel laptop. Okay. In the same period, President Kufuor encountered water shortage in Swaya Benum. Enti anope bia na nkofo kra yellow gallons no more than now. And a Kufuor gallon ye now, after all the things Kufuor had done, because don't forget, President Kufuor is the one who made Ghanaians realize what we call social interventions. President Kufuor na may hu ye say, "Hey, see to me for oman ni sika. E de boy nyina ho akoma, e me nyina nya ho faso." Yeti yi, say wo for oman ni sika na de koye airport so nyane ya. Ye take a price, so nyane airport e fa ye ho ben. Meboa. Exactly. Wo for oman ni sika na de koye kwan e wo da. Ye eti adabraka oda kwan e fa ye ho ben. So you can have a government come into place and for 8 years, if you don't take care, unye bibi enfri no ho. So wanye wo kwan, when see hospital, when see school e wo mpotema. Meanwhile, when me so ya say there can never be a government that will be to me infrastructure in across the country. You agree? Yeah. So President Kufuor now realized that listen, whilst we are fixing things across the country for various constituencies, we need something that every Ghanaian everywhere can say, my government came and this was my benefit. National health insurance, school feeding program, capitation for basic education to make it free. In fact, by the time before President Kufuor came to office, and I'm taking you on a historical journey, na Ghana ha ye kan ye budget e parliament na ye kan maternal mortality rate. Exactly. And the infant mortality rate. You remember? Kwesi Botri, Obeka budget no before Obeka into prices of tomatoes and price of adiade no. Obeka change. This year maternal mortality rate is infant mortality rate is, do you know what that meant? What it meant was that ne can kai e mado do omukwa wo so mu wuye. Ne can kai enkolado do aye kwakwo wo omu wuye. That is how pathetic we were as a country. President Kufuor fixed it. The reason was that the children were dying at birth and the mothers were dying at birth simply because onisika o de be kwakwo wo hospital. Enti awokana o dafie na moje tunu na we wu. Oye lock na se fa na ye didn't be do hospital no na we wu. Simply because of payment. And Akufo any free maternal care then a buyer. Free maternal care buyer and a fixed infant mortality rate and a maternal mortality rate. Today, you have hospitals who will tell you say they have 0 death at birth. Kessben 92.7. President Kufuor you no way now. Or you insani ma way now. But you do 2008 or encounter 2 crises. 2 crises because the fuel price crisis. You remember say we got to a point that same 2018 in global economic crunch. Wall Street issue, no, you remember? Okay. Sad time in NDC for a far paper with the help of some media people and on radio station to radio station. Moshe President Kufuor bank account to ADB. Moshe way bank account. Moshe anane bank account. Omo Yeska, Omo Yese. President Kufuor ni gize yezi akwa wonta for Paul and Peter also join on there and then ebi a chana President Kufuor ta for nebe ba. yenim.
You think said the same thing that air transition.
The same thing that happened in 2008. You know? That is what is playing out. Eventually, Ghanaians fell for the propaganda and the spin and did not allow the NPP to continue the entire start. What did we experience? When the NDC came, every single good thing President Kufuor had started, they even sent us deeper into a hole. The result was what we experienced in 2016. Until the Kenyan say, "Ene, nyame ayadom, yenya aban foforo, dokre, niema ekase ebeye no, enye ni nyina na yetu biaye." But dodo na dey, if an sector by sector, there's been an improvement. But there are challenges with our macroeconomic indicators, no doubt about that.
Okay,
but in ensuring, say, we protect the little we've been able to do, so that the akayen to me, you know, that is why we need to retain this government to ensure, say, roll it back, BM. Like we experienced after we pushed out President Kufuor's government.
This one says that, good morning, Mr. Speaker. Please tell him that they should abolish the bet tax they just introduced on us. His boss actually promised us not to tax the poor. What else can this government do without taxing the poor? Election 2024 awaits them. Let miracle understand. Very well. Thank you for a message. You know.
Bet for poor.
So they do the betting to sustain them.
And your mom need to
But majority of the youth
actually.
Yeah.
And you no pay. Go for to bet on phones. And your mom need to do a side hustle. So what you say, but I mean, the point is that Tibet, with the 1 cedi at Tibet, no with the 100 cedi. Far 10 cedi be supported on my name. Some know to way next week. Yami I don't need a check. Yami I don't need a check. Ye krana. Yasora Matia Babetra ye Juma ye di ahon di abe Juma ye tea and free. Yet ye check I see a tea and tax.
Yeah.
And now they also. What's why ye Juma? So better also Juma no. That was why you don't say my ento. Now know they are here. Now they all say my ento.
I see. This one says that, good morning, Speaker. Miracle has spoken well, but he should know that his boss promised more than they could do. The more reason why Ghanaians are now judging them according to what they said. Thank you. Baroski in Asesrewa said, good morning, Speaker. Dennis Miracle Abuaje has spoken well. The NDC's manifesto stated clearly in 2020 that they will levy sports betting. Today, every Ghanaian average person must understand that this was a promise by the NDC. So there is nothing wrong if there is an indication from this government to implement same. We must be hopeful of the NPP's government. Thank you. Ada Ode Abba. Capito in Go also says that, good morning, Mr. Speaker. In fact, Ghanaians should continue to vote for the NPP because they are the only party that can transform this country. Indeed, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has done more than enough for our party. Thank you for a message. You know, Abba. It is only 31 after 8. Kessben 92.9. Say, TV. This is Kessben Television. Many Dennis Miracle Abuaje, campaign spokesperson for the Vice President, Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, His Excellency Anna Edin Komo. Many wrap it up shortly. Na Mejani said the Juma endorse. Dennis, we are so much happy with the endorsement Amonia so far.
So far, so good. Say, Ejumei, well, you need to say Vice President. On a party in Pennyful, the Indian South over the years. And see, say, Okasa way, the Nasa Nipani be. Omo no man Nantians also be doing one dance here. And Nana Ayas and Papa. So all candidates.
Did you consider that to be right? And I want to say you're wrong, including the party executives. Ayatu Ababo Moa. They are not supposed to openly endorse one candidate or the other.
Again, let me correct it. It is not true that party executives are not supposed to openly. It is not true.
Your initial guidelines stated so.
No. That time no be nomination yet. Party executives from polling station, executives.
Exactly.
Constituency executives, executives. Regional executives, the only category of people in these elections are to member bontain publicly and the national executives because na more organizing elections. No, that's what it is. Say, your constituency elections are regional executives now organizing until they cannot show interest. Your polling station elections are constituency executives now organizing until they cannot show interest. That is how it is. In this particular election, regional executives are just delegates. Omo ye delegates. Tisania obi aba campaign achiro se beto abama me no. So they are allowed. There's no law that stops them from. Every voter, every party member or to aba ononka election management team no. They are allowed to declare their
including
their
government appointees.
Na government appointees so mukra party nkom. Na government appointees kom to aba. Government appointees no ministers spend to be. CEOs omo ni vote. Omo to be. No on to aba ne bi. Enti ono na de no to be declare on to be. I'm just giving you the facts. So.
Yes, I know you are saying it, but I'm asking because you have ministers openly.
Why not? Say you don't organize elections. I don't make sure say, no a delegate. Minister no a delegates. MP no a delegates. I don't organize elections.
It's taking incumbency advantage.
No. Now deputy finance minister, minister for railways, MP for Botsiano English, MP for Anyaso, MP for Tema West. Somebody declare my other candidates. Now, 138. Now 120 declare. Now 18 declare more. 18 declare one, they won't come myself. Now 120 declare. No more declare my sanka ope.
Oh, sir.
No more declare my sanka. Now, other than 18 declare more, they won't complain. The reason why you are complaining is because when you're 120, no, we are asking for more. In fact, Sir 18 no cry you go say any more kasa. Every day we are getting more onto our side.
Oh, sir.
Why not? That's say you're running campaign. We need more numbers, and we are not going to stop.
So you are rest assured of Dr. Bawumia's victory in both the special delegate one and then the one ahead of November.
Landslide, no doubt about that.
I see.
Because party funny you're convinced say. I see win elections. Enti, I see win elections in India and found some miracles here minuya. And I am a down for own to me winning tia Mahama. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Pena and at this point in time in the life of our party, over to me winning elections against FNSA John Domani.
I out today other aspirant they can. Said there is no tradition like Buzia Dombo tradition. And nobody should say and claim say Ofi Dombo say na eba. There is nothing like that in your party.
Dr. Mahmoud
Bawumia cannot make claims.
Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has never made claims to any route. He's making claim to his contribution to our party in his lifetime. That's what he's telling the people. He has never stood anywhere.
Page your microphone.
Uncle baby ada. Uncle kind said, "Dia ye na no me na no ye ma mi ntu aba ma." Uncle bi da. But about me aka say nyina obi tie ni ya. E ye de ono na bra bom ne mbrem. Oye ma kuo no. Omo ride on the omo na no ma ye. Ene eduru omo so ne ade no mo wo ho. Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia has never claimed any sense of entitlement to our party. Or the kotosre ahombrase kasapa. Ene asama eto asum. The party for Eddie Uncomo say, Mijidi say, me and a sumpa media sumo way, and a choir minimum ye, Jumano. Some motion so namude, and mamma and Amidiku in my to me a book. That has been his message.
I see. As
for the tradition of the party, I salam down in the headquarters war. I'm not betting the tradition of the party. But Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia is running this election on his own merits.
Is this brochure part of my campaign message? Bawumia outlines 100+ achievement of the NPP government as of June 2023. And you've listed a lot of Enema Mobile as of 2016. This is what I'm talking about, Miracle. You've listed some of them, and then you've listed a lot of together with picture evidence and nearby be a mobile what transforming. When I'm a culture delegate, Nana, what is in this book? I know you have a copy of it.
Oh, yeah, my copy. Makacho will say your elections are on two legs. You know politics, political party. If you are near Chile, say, oh, mine, the idea be doing. Senyamia Adona Mobuani to me the politics on a political party and someone to me near. Or mine the idea be doing. It's a sanema winning a bomb by. Na yes, answer to us. Nipa or would you or ban with Nipa would you deal with your party or no? Etuni Wesi was say, in sumu a wiemu, your party near buying obey Jinaho. Now a boy and Nipa no buying. Now a sound so the end to me, you know. Wajia to mu, the to me and wajia to na wasan so ayama no and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. Enti niam wo mu nyina no eye niam ye de kire party for say ye bae no niam ni bia yituma ye ni sa niam we si anhwe ni ye ni ye jai na say NDC ba be fa on be say no omo say ne ye ba ye anso ne ye be say friends ye mbra be siesie no. And we don't want to experience what happened in the post-Kofor era. Everything Kofor did was destroyed. And then we had to come in 2017 to try and fix it. And that is why we are saying, say, let's protect the gains. Let's consolidate the gains. And then the few we haven't been able to do, we should allow Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia to introduce those things for us.
Your message to the delegates that young fancy made him say, "Oh, near my doors, not Minjao, not call." The best answer didn't come after the special delegate one.
Yene party for it didn't come.
Okay.
So far, Ashanti, Greater Accra, Western, Central, and Eastern region, 5 regions, 154 constituencies. 128,635 delegates and in the last 40 days. Aka 16 regions. If you next week, within the next 1 week, you close to 1,000 super delegates, party delegates, engineer firm, MIA, almost Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, and this was the Honim, Omofan Nante, Omofan Refufim. Obia Onya Embeka ho ente Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia Kasanase. By the time I beto abewie on 26th of August, na to abewie on the 4th of November. Everybody in this country should see an overwhelming support and endorsement for the vice president. One that would bring the MPP out as a united party as we venture into election 2024. Na me dey me wo GDA say based on Yama I experience in the past, and they are between 2017 to 2020 now, yet to me, I know. Doduana na can ye, but Kendi Nipa, a good leader, and yet dear, Yebeka say on the or how any amani humba, maybe Nipebiano, more or honey one amani humbeba, the moon, Kendi ni papa, any Kendi nias or honey amani humba, on to the San Queen, we mononka say, maybe my brain to be jai. The Amopebi Amonye Nemu or Boabo Munina no na Otunye if you are a good leader is not the absence of challenges. A good leader is the courage in the presence of challenges to mobilize the people and get them out of it. In the past experience, when we had crisis between 2013 and 2016, which was domestically motivated, the president told us, "Say, why you doing funu?" And yet the Ekana OTA. Udundum Kania, no was saying to electricity bills. Yes, it's so. Was a social air jai phone charge. The minister said, catch and say, Mranti Pejuma, Munkucha grass, and Gukwa Honomonton. Omukache and say, Mranti Pejuma, Munko Paibo, Nomon Philip potholes. Under this particular government, the not done Kwekufa and Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, we are saying that no, when we have crisis, we work ourselves out together and make sure that we get back on our feet. That is why in the year 2022 November, fuel prices go yakopem 24 cities. And so you to me they share to kwemene atiaba fem almost about 11 cities aiden. If you swa you swa ye preyama na kofem no. Every day we review the strategies and tactics to ensure that things will improve. Dollar ekoya kopem 17 cities. And then you swa ye pema ababedu 11.3. We are still pushing it downwards. Obekaya vegetable oil Koya kopem be 1,500 cedis yellow gallon okay and manu sunyesa and emeno kase ababedu 450 to 500 cedis. Never in the history of this country and ade bibo akosro asayeden abafem, but we are experiencing it. We have challenges, we have difficulties, no doubt. Niemamu ayeden, but between the MPP and NDC, the one that can actually work with us and get out of these challenges is the MPP led by Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. If we fall for the NDC antics, we are rather going to push ourselves deeper into a hole like they did to us after President Kufuor's era. And that's why we continue this advocacy. All
right, Dennis, I'm very grateful for your time. And Dennis Miracle Abuaje, campaign spokesperson for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia, speaking to us and bringing us to exactly 42 after he stay with us. Na Minchabe Hobra, Yabai better us wedding commodity here. I was here, that's about faster than it be my best brain publication. One more other roman, okay? One more boy, my children, mediano, yadinin, and so at the asoban, okay, sir. Would hear me now, oh, yeah, our four, but yo, woman, sooner, dear, a year, na papa no, sir, ubeti me a tongue crater, a year, papa, na yatroni ye, yatroni kama. At all levels, etime ama obanso enyenim dia SSE onyano and opay a best brain publication for enkrata ana SSE utobi edema obano no etime asua aba sua hunu mapanso etime aba ede amano pacho from the basic level of our education from crèche kindergarten, nursery, one de kaka ho nyina e de besi the lower primary, echo upper primary to JHS, e de kwa kosi secondary school na SHS no mpacho ni nyina no wo subject bi a wo ye bia ubo bookshop bi mu a o se open there eye best brain publication for atro eno nko a na ye papa anopai se utobi e de ma oba no esua de a ebetimi aboa ne ye pa nim de eye pacho o ton krata e de ama oba no akenkan a na wato de free eye best brain publication for asoye numbers no eye 0507 200 0507 200 and our face 0241 520946 0241 520946 and no a year numbers I'll be to me at the afraid a year best brain publication for na when you are more at the answer so mpacho so one in cry na opese your package book ni be at the brewer ni nyina no ye beti me akọ samboa no enti aya na wa friend numbers no na when ye at the answer was so ma me fast da ni be so emma a year Green Tooth Technology Services and pay one more adaroma pacho oko eye Green Tooth Technology Services they your friend of phone repairs one be ni nyina no at the amount accessories and wo hia atwa pacho ni nyina no one be ma biato say your laptop and also say o phone pacho baby asese wo de wani chair mapa eye Green Tooth Technology Services for asoye wo monko ana anopay say ye di nkomoi o phone asay a wo mo beto mo bo ase asiesie ne kama pa e de amount eno achi no say untimi emma ya soye na wo pese ye befie ne ye besiesie wo laptop no o computer no any o phones ni nyina no e de mawa o frɛ eye Green Tooth Technology Services for ye bejo so na afi yetimi aba beye e de amount anopay ope akira kwan a ye wo circle mall no akire ho apɛ abrosai tenten a ya twerɛ animo Navana Plaza eho ana wo be ho eye Green Tooth Technology Services anopay woni wo mo any ensa wo so on 0261 433-006 0261-433-006 and also say fresh 0247-845107 0247-845107 na one a year Green Tooth Technology Services for any answer or so and okay. Fast that it be Tredas Chaco powder and pacho a Chaco powder one was so pa a wood jam by so no pay would the poison a dear be away allergic to pacho ukodia the SSA we in an say or the Tredas Chaco powder no kakra now dear gunsum na one a bit too poisoning in ano I say at the amount also ni pediano and yan fa who dear no chino pacho uyo bia a yinti when nimuno h in tram kakra your friend of wrinkles no pacho and no pay the obey and say what the charcoal powder ni be ebegunsum now their stressor with him a beboa ama anti-aging no etimi aba e de ama pa mo amodum sana motanum sana dwono pacho de beche no nya hangover pacho hangover ne ba the sese wo nonom no e Tredas charcoal powder e be hangover ni nyina no efi ho na afi watimi aye free pa anopay e Tredas Ventures for ana akwakofa ni nyina no e de aba wo mo wotema Middle East wo mo ebe eye police station no anopay obetimi ene wo mo e di ensa wo so on 055-5130-230 055-5130-230 na one Tredas for any nkomo de herbal shop chemical shop bia eben obia no pacho okwa o se ope Tredas charcoal powder on sabekabi na watimi adonombi ebeboa pa. This is your election destination and as part of our series and ahead of the NPP special delegate conference no for Monday yene aspirant no any of my teams no I have engagement at when we carry on from this week I could see next week abatu no ebeba so in the next weekend and to stay with us now just gone by a Dennis Miracle Abuaje one campaign spokesperson at the ma a year Dr. Mahamudu Bawumia na anope I'm privileged and honored again say menya one big man pa and 10 so be piesa na anope one also joining me from the studio na me no eba bedim come from the camp of the honorable a year a compreko Ejepon the campaign manager Mr. and I'm honorable Kwame Owusu watena say anope ya one also ye no eba bedim come Ken campaign no so far ehe ana akwa akodru wo mo beka cho say ade na dane eno no de meti ana ye mede but mama Mr. Kwame Owusu ache na memba no akwa aba to Kessben. So good morning.
Good morning.
Na empomo te say.
Bibia boko.
Pacho any die kwan so bra wanim kakra ma me said be our microphone no. Bedase. Thank you. Bibia boko there.
Bibia boko.
Campaign e ko say.
Ansana me ya no ma memfa ahuma so na memfa enchia watiefo. Ene ya dofo ne wo mo a ompese o man sisa. Say honorable can echia wo mo. Back to the question, say campaign eko say.
Yeah.
Eko yepa.
Eko yepa. I see. More grants. Bibia the dean.
Yes.
I see. Very interestingly, Kennedy came in as a low starter. At the time, we declared the intention. Now, and Crawford do na free say be a grown awardee. Ebi kura obe, ebi do be, ebi kura na obe filing, obe kasi okay, one file ebi obe throw the support ma will be. But gradually, we've seen him grow in terms of numbers and in the momentum. What is the secret? Any strategy as a team, no, especially when you are the campaign manager?
Well, your strategy there, you didn't know. But you started late, and based on Nema, your video, your show, kasa chere amount for no.
Okay.
Say enona ato wo mutrimo. If you say yanko yanim and a yakoyanim, any papi if you say, oh, honorable Asad said your kind now, obeyam. No, even as of today, people are still asking. So be honorable John will be a radano, or more DHino, and a barber join honorable.
I see.
Honorable is number one as we speak today. And it is a ubicacho say, oh, I know the Akobo no. Ubina de Babe Boimu.
Okay.
Yen signed that. Ebekwa kusi eda ebetuaba na yedi presidential na honorable about the president of Ghana. We need to change
the vision to become the next president, the accompany Japan campaign team ekremu say at all costs as a Kennedy eba na what best the systems are you was say.
Yes. Because most of the things that happen away are in discipline. So will be President Bajisika every will be in discipline. Say minister na say chief executive Bayer Bonia in discipline.
Okay.
And honorable has personality, the vim. Ubi enim says Udi Bonia obe attack you. And sa discipline now the bebano. And bet me as Sagana.
Okay.
For the religious people, we say cleanliness is godliness.
Yes.
For our campaign, discipline is godliness. Because we are disciplined, and honorable you will be as ye timid the Nepal. May make us a mumma use no. Because and you might be intimate cause the Esikono. Oh, either is a Boko conflict or any other woman say papa way there, what is it for moi? The Bebano, and yet and the people will begin to change. We need to have a change of the mindset. Now honorable and there was a Subainoa among all my contestants to change Ghana's people's mindset and take us to the promised land.
And Crawford started tagging he is the Trump of Africa and the Trump of Ghana. Mo just tagging it too.
Well, I don't know. Honorable has a different characteristics. He's a strong man. He believes in what he believes. He believes in Ghana.
Okay.
Donald Trump, maybe that's what he was, but he was just a purely businessman.
Okay.
But he has been able to do business alongside his political career as well, 30 years or so. So I think that's the difference, because Trump could not rely on his people and was just firing people left and right without any basis. But Honorable Okuta enough within the system. Say we'll go through the ranks. I just say ye vote to okaho, ye discuss, ye okaho, ye debate, or parliament okaho. So he has all that it takes. He is the most experienced if you talk about who to lead Ghana. But I don't know whether the name Trump makes any difference.
Okay. In terms of character, there are a little bit of similarities in there between one personas, but yamma the main substantive one. Message benpa and as a team, together with your candidate, modema the delegate of your party, because first of all, say any swahili no ebebem abadenya kwenya no abeyo mampenya. He has to be on the ticket of your party amosom for so many years no any. Ade na mo kache party na to wo mutima ebegina so ayo mo sisidua mo ato abama de ma Kennedy Japan.
Well, wow start ye oka say ade no asesa. Baby e be ko
bia. Eno mo tagla wo msa ade na dan, right?
Asesa adare.
Yes.
The grassroots which I'm talking today. Wo nim the Honorable Kennedy Japan aye ama party no.
Okay.
Wo nim ne do a wo ema ne man. Wo nim se oba enyima eno bebia o kase obebia adwuma because they can kwase obema atmati ni din. Honorable waye bi pen.
Okay.
Endi o kase me banam di adwuma ba be go a eni papi nkola na wa hye no o mo gini se adwuma no mo hia. Enyaze ekoto aba na obi akomo o mo taku ne sempoa ense se o mabrabo.
Okay.
No nim se nipa waye bi pen no. Se obema adwuma aba. Onim said ye see etua tax. Onim said ye businessman adwuma be sie gu a enye. Onim said obesi aboa ama enipa e wo kana nyina person ye businesses no. I encourage you omo na ama sa grassroots no omo so anya adwuma. And the grassroots omo de omo bibia a share honorable kemu. 100%. So ono na obetimi aye aboa omo na waboa Ghana as a whole.
I see. My message sounds so deep, especially when he tells you, say, the spirit of patriotism. Say, ye ka say no, a free ye maimo. For that reason, no, and I will be who say journalist, ye di o ye noa, or di attempt or kabibi or yes ya. Nina no patriotism by anyhow. Civil servant will misbehave because of lack of patriotism. How is Kennedy Appiah Japan going to ensure, say, that spirit, a free as a country, as citizens, will be to me restore that hope back into this country?
Well, the slogan here, PAD, patriotism, honesty, and discipline. I think that we hear honorable in Kasaye Muni Debuha will be Kokotoadi and Anabuadea. We shall die for this country. What team at Jesus can find you say? Now the youth for the youth of this country, say the mayor. So he's a patriot.
Okay.
Or Kasama Ghana, or Fat Ghana in Niagara. But to add that, the discipline, which is the last one, when you have a discipline, a lot of things go with it.
Okay.
Patriotism and honesty, and when you begin to discipline people, the system is going so bad because everybody abemubua, they just do what they want.
Yeah.
But what Honorable Kennedy Japan, I always say, who call baby to say China. Yes, if I red underwear, a da, ubia what China the better, and so young family so because they know the consequences of the action. So we are the winning the leader no, and the system no be yama. And the name say Honorable Kennedy Japan, we are disciplinarian.
Okay,
we are honest. And you know, obi wouldn't hear Jumana automatically you begin to change.
Yeah,
the mindset of the people must change.
Okay.
Not the system. The mindset of all of us. But when you put such a leader, it will begin to trickle down. Ubi a idea no in the red underwear home. We are so say Papa we there. Or no akra no is approach ni jadia. Ubesi about that background. The mindset is what we need to change. And he has what it takes to do that.
And that is what he has to offer this country.
That's right.
Now, I've heard majority of your party people say, Kennedy, there be waba, Kennedy ba, near maybe or yent Kennedy ba, or your hinekra, now ye be now a cabibi no one can year. I mean, Wabeke can adriachel. Now, it would derail the efforts of the party in breaking the eight. So, what is Obi Kasa Sem Noah? Say obi a waye nadwen say on condone what the system already provides, but obi make sure say status quo no ebesesa so that there will be progress. Now what is some few party members are benefited from the system saying some of these things, how do you take it and how do you respond to such people?
Well, Nina say 1% niema enye noa ekoso.
Okay.
But me say ukọ kumasi jomukura. As you were Kennedy there, Obatwiaso, and so Omrama Twiaso. Taxi drivers, and so can't the same thing. People are looking for a disciplinarian.
Okay.
And then, you know, that idea say, well, the few people who feel say the status quo must stay. And I see any near there be I and a bottom for near my essay you crono. No. Yet to me you quite I say any bear 6 months. Not saying no, it'll be unhappy. This is something you know Kennedy will not stand for. Why here Jima will name the bread of the ordinary people. Honorable any only person yan kola ne yan penny for a war as she honor dear. Womo a genie dise oba obema niema asesam womo. Of course you see a lot of people womo follow our vice president.
Yeah.
Whether they are chief executives or whether they are parliamentarians or ministers of state, that's okay. But people say, oh, now that I'm any penny mochi. You need strategies, as John Kuma said. And you need maybe 2-3 people on Kuta strategy. There were stronger weapons. Why do you need more people? And the few people behind him, they have what it takes. They are strategies. I don't think they are the airbairness.
Mr. Also, campaign manager, are they surprising me? As we speak currently, the Honorable Kennedy Japan still a member of parliament. In fact, he's been in the parliament for some time now. I'm a bit surprised. The colleagues know our new watching Benim. Obian declared the support a man so far. I didn't hear.
Well, and I'm a cashier or no. Ejuma kakra sometimes Ubu how can say, oh, Obabe can say, Bibi kakra de Bemano, Ebemi a tuno, Ebemi a intimidation.
Okay.
But here, any part of the door. So you have strategy to win. We need to bring a new mind. I can put front as a buyer by one.
Okay.
And this any part of the Eddie or much here and there, and you are high. Because you need to say, as you change the system. No. And sometimes it is a BI, Coco Druba, as you, constituency way, as much as vice, Obama 10 away. Chief executive United, and before United, now one year, will be a Tony space. Yeah, we want fresh mind. We want Ghanaians to accept the sins that we have done against our country and bringing new people to change the system. MPs or ministers or one farm line, different. We are bringing in new ideas.
Do you believe, sir, shipping people in line? You can't focus on just as you mentioned, because of position, I will be buying the Montino. One pay crisis, I say, or pay by force because we're protecting the interest. Who says, air costs were ahead of election?
Well, President, I can say, on way, but yes,
okay.
They are being whipped in one way or the other. They are looking to keep their small jobs. Omni akuku edro etise yanum bia ebetimi akasa na yedi now can you imagine, are you saying the Honorable Kennedy Japan uni minister bia your friend?
Yes, that is what surprises me.
We have a failure marking.
Yes,
KT Hammond. Why could these people say omni woman? What you are talking about?
Okay,
either could keep their job or they are being intimidated. But I will be surprised for you to see, say, Honorable, why yes, so many things for most of the parliamentarians. Because one way or the other, they are afraid. But here, we need good weapons. We need good strategies.
Okay.
And the few people are in Chino, we have what it takes to be able to do that.
I asked some of the questions because special delegate conference, a little over 1,000 delegates. You have some MPs and some ministers one more delegate one more able to be. We are convinced say at the end of the election next week Saturday 5 more pay they accord into the main one in November Honorable Kennedy ebeka home.
Fully convinced.
Fully convinced.
Fully convinced.
O stance I believe
because obiana aban to aduane manidi.
Okay.
And then you will be so ena osuro. And any pane bi wa onim se wo mo man eyi enti no so no. Wo beto aba. I mean, and I make a choice. Do you believe we say Honorable Oni? All the some of the ministers and some of the MPs, they will vote the other way around. But I said, one more Jumantino, and one more yes, and the end, fully convinced. Yeah, Juma was here. We have a strategy to win this election beyond aspirants. We want to be focusing even on the presidency more than just yet, because we are there. And you said the weekend so. Ube the grassroots form of one said the omsiji honorable dear. It's just
very well. No monsieur kakra mame mesanso about so be mame fast that Emma Ernest Herbal Industries in Pacho one more at the Ernest ointment no at the aba awake natural capsules and so e ka ho be in Pacho nantema pro skin rashes bia no edi woni padua no enya no anope de sese we use e de strasha woni padua no eni honamani ni nyina no e Ernest ointment say chicken pox pimples mpacho rashes bia ababegu woni padua ni woni baabi free bia fa eye Ernest ointment no strasha so e be hye ni nyina no ase e de about awake natural capsules no mpacho eboa e boost immune system no sexual weakness etu ni nyina no ase pre compare STIs ene eye obad urine flow no pacho anope ononom awake natural capsules ni bia eboa esiesi saade ma no enyina e de ma one cry na open the dodo mo to ampacho fo ni chire mo e wo kanshi drug lane okohwa kings work herba obenya bi repast ventures tenated herba baseline pharmacy nisi pharmacy and afi rich joes e ho nyina no obenya bi korfodia for enko gapsen pharmacy delight pharmacy drug right pharmacy and afi benor pharmacy won kokwa owuskobi pharmacy obenya bi ho kasoa tribe of judah and afi Kumasi, Danny Herba, Misty Herba, Kolinak Herba, and Afe Habme Herba, a Honyanano, Ubenyabi, open the do moi, na wafre Ernest Herba Industry. It was 0245 079915, 0245 079915, and now so 0276 537701. Na when you want more any encomo na Bayport savings and loans adaro man pacho wamo at the fixed deposit investment no at the abebiem and pay say utieme na when nisu adi no wa ratio mu nyina no ene say nei uye adwuma esan se watoba ha na ususu se wode sika koto banka anhwe na bank no akogunti wonye ne saa no pacho debi ene Bayport de wamo aye adwuma no ache wamo eboa uye pa enti de se uye nyina no ene se fixed deposit no investment scheme no ewo ho at the mount 91 days ubetumi abeye 182 days na 365 days in a year ni nyina no ubetumi edi osika no edi ababeto ye ma amazing year interest ebetumi aboa ma osika no awo akone de mo pa anopay woni Bayport savings and loans for any nkomo wo mo office pa no kese pa no ewo kokomlemle anopay udru ho a ubetumi eni omo edi nkomo announce say for wo mo on 0245 153283 0245153283 and after 0246904735 0246904735 na only Bayport savings and loans for any enkomo mene eye owura Kwame Owusu wono eye campaign manager edema the honorable eye akompreko Japan campaign no wono ana lady as campaign manager now enkomo a wo mwedi so far ana anope yene no edi enkomo ewo ho as part of our series ahead of a year next week's election so also my member also na membisa bm there were 16 regions so far no ma cover how many regions 13 regions out of 16 then it means akaka krebi na cover the entire 275 constituencies.
That's right.
Because I know it's a movie constituency to constituency.
That's right.
Okay. Now, edi ensem na mokwa delegate no ekachemo.
Yakwa delegates. Omo pe ejuma.
Okay.
Omo bi say omo di yaw etia ye party say omo nya ejuma. Na omnim say yewura kumpra kodie oba ombenya ejuma. And an no credit kama Ghana na kukodro any discipline. You'll be surprised. We'll be say, oh, Senga will be our discipline party and go form. But that's not the case. We have a different strategy. As I told you, a few people. My chairman Opombio, we had the Star Wars behind him.
Okay.
And we are good enough. It's like Russia. When you roll system on funny baby or too free in the chrome too free long range and I think it's I have already talked about strategy.
Okay.
Of all the people Omudi Eura vice for instance they talk about why hear so many things. I bear for what is digitalization.
Yeah.
But they talk about the success is about going to court. Now court.
Defending your party.
Now what is the achievement? How could that be an achievement? They should concentrate on things that he has done, the good things that he has done. Instead of going about talking about any court na ko yedifo. And yes, a court no ya bema anako ana udify bechu. There were only 3 people, either the president, the chairman, or the vice president had the opportunity
to lead the party
and go and defend this case. And yes, you can see a pubia kona kumpra kusemenko. Because we are and chutum and once or can the oka. It depends on concentrate to the power. They are doing the service to the man. Because who differ? What is the achievement? See a deep and as any MPP akwana kosi. In some cases, Titiwokrana, Otiko Koso, Uchemua, pra, ekaternity. Yeni assembly for Emmanuel May achievement. The man has done a lot of things, whether he's part of E-Levy, whatever wire ama system no function. Talk about that. I don't want to see the people in
but between team no and the vice president team no more issues are there because it looks as if it's a campaign that more no banter na no it comes from Momo camp, the Honorable Canadian Japan camp, and the vice president's camp. So you hear them say enyami wosika and ye did president enyami wosika and I'm a be nyuma to a fine extent, they even tell you, Honorable, say, with over 7,000 workers, almost again, now, and yet those kind of things in a party here to break the 8. But they need somebody who is competent to manage this economy. Then your candidate comes in to say, Sir Debbie, in fact, also you're competent. CD no $2 no you're saying see the exchange rate. So why is it between two camps, I said there is a huge tension in the campaign now running.
We don't have any tension. We reply to, I mean, take you through. Yes. I'm only advising them when we talk about the word strategy, as John Kumar said.
Okay.
I said, we have a strategy. And if I'm advising, with all the people following him, they couldn't tell, how could he be so proud about losing the case? And does it mean, are they telling us that MPP, Yantoma Vice, Nyakoni Kolusutu Mahama, Niasabakasi achievement? I want them to concentrate on the things that are positive for him. It's only an advice. I don't have any issue with them. But let me talk to you about the question of we need competence. Yes. Honorable on car say with demand so. Was so ordinary sika as party no. You must be a stakeholder
in the party.
In anything. For you to say what the right to do ABCD. And the other ideas was no. What was Sika was our knowledge. Now was Sika our knowledge. I could just come within the video so. No, he has what it takes to manage the economy. Was it will be in Yuma evidence is there or workers. Now in anybody's little way, some people started to be multi-millionaires by just selling cassette.
Yeah.
What have they done to demonstrate to their people in their area? Say the Honorable can say, my way, of course, why? He's selling himself. Also, so they are. Now, so what sell yourself? Any papi, guys, niska, but by a chiska. Does it mean, sir? I Boshian will be Koboyana. Honorable, they are candy oil. The wire on Waka. Also, will be a Waka out there. Yan and the baby said, because Usika, I was him. I didn't mean say cash in there. Would it be car? You try to find fault with people who are saying their case. Honorable, but continue a candy wire among the party. And at the wire money mine. When we talk about say 37 military hospitals, he didn't do it for MPP. He did it for Nimai Ghana. And also the Nipa be a 1 year outside of NPP. Or be Jinasu. And as a papa there, where a Nipa Adin Papa went to him. When he talks about going to the hospital in Kumasi or Ashanti region, when he talks about bringing PPEs, when he talks about Tamale issue, he cuts across. And that's the one that we need. NPP needs such a person who the streets, the floating voters, will be able to vote for.
What do you say to people who will say, Yes, Kennedy is a fine gentleman. Obewo the resource, obewo the knowledge. But in terms of managing himself, so now when him saw when he saw who saw be your man penya. All this one no as a one crown who ye the Kessben or no more as a Ghana for and said why was he saying all those things knowing very well say what pursue dear man penny? People say sa near money and near man when giving him an opportunity a becodiatia party. No, do you agree with those people?
I disagree. Okay. This is the area we talk about, say, Donald Trump of some sort. I mean, the most civilized world.
Yeah. Country in the world. Yeah.
Country in the world. They chose
Donald Trump.
Donald Trump. See, when you become a president, there are protocols. The accessibility, say, will be able to Kenya encounter is difficult. That is how management is all about. So I don't think it's a honorable or some past be happier. Of course, if you've been in politics for over 23 to 30 years, you're not going to offend people. Or
you step on toes.
You step on toes. I think we won't step on toes. People will misconstrue your intentions and they will go about making all kinds of statements. But I don't think say no na you be so. Onipano a disciplinarian.
Okay.
Onipano a honest. And Ghana for a ready say ye pubia ubiti sign I disciplined. And the bottom of the line. And I want to mean guys we need experience.
Okay.
Now those people claim to have experience. Where were they when we started the party? And so I'm saying that and this will be bad now. This will be no Virginia as a
yeah.
I mean, for instance, now we have gold for oil and the rest idea that is being implemented. For now, it may be working, maybe too late. So there are people who are outside there, and yes, this, that, and the honorable are participating in the system. We're debating the hard times. He takes on. He doesn't want to stay away just because of the president. And that has not been his intention, will be an idea. Yes, of course, he's a human being. But when you become a president, you live by the protocols.
Okay.
Even the other Chiano Crano, you are guided a way. So I wonder.
No, and wonder, sir, depending on his persona, or best submitting him to the protocols of the state, and that is where the fear is. Because this is somebody at any point in time they are to make an argument. The president, Manchiawe, was it the Mechian? Because of your Ghana.
I'm saying
yes, you are going against the protocol.
It means that protocols don't work. In our time, as I tell you the strategy, protocols will work.
I see.
There's no two ways about that. Protocols work. And you've seen the signs that it's working. He has started demonstrating that. So I think that protocols will work. So people should
President Kennedy or here Japan.
That is correct.
I see. So the protocols will work at the time while assuming the office of the president.
Of course. Of course. I mean, everybody has guided. There are certain things that when you become a priest, it has to dawn on you.
Okay.
It must be reflected in you. So every job comes with conditions and the rules, and he will be guided by protocols.
But what him say Ghana form penocret, right?
I don't want to say the Ghana form penocret. It been penocret. But majority of them, in going around, you say penocret.
But people get afraid. Say, Omeye flag bearer, Omeye president, he makes the bold statement. Say, Mr. Wusube, me chief of staff. So no crani ye rofa, me fayado. How much more the civil servant? What say Amenfi West municipality? Oh yeah, rofa. I'll fire you. The system will deal with you. It almost as if say people feel say we're threatened already, even though he's not in the office yet. And he said, "We intentions in India and ye mao makra."
One of the the ordinary people are home pen Ukraine Amenfi DC and EMC, And you look at Singapore. This president of Rwanda. Discipline is everything. And I believe we say Ghana for a do time. I'm catching me so Kumasi Jomu Kaza. Hey, you are Kennedy. Was say when your Boba chances Omra no matter. People are sick and tired of the normal things that we do. There must be a change, and they are looking for a change. Every time of the world, and they decided the kind of leader that we want.
Okay.
In this particular situation, Ghanaians are looking for the disciplinarian.
Very well. Which of the 16 regions are the most strongholds, they say, as a team?
All things being equal,
Alan makes claim of Volta region and Ashanti region. Dr. Bawumia makes claim of the northern part of the country, the influence, we're winning more seats. And I know, sir, just when you came in, you heard Miracle Abuaje talking about seats. I want more to me winning through Dr. Bawumia's effort. And here find the stronghold of Ura Kennedy Japan. Obet me, I can say, okay, region way there. One more Jima they are carrying me on their shoulders or on their wings to ensure that our contest way or Hine Japan will get the needed result and vote as a saber.
Well, I think that we have to come back to Miracle's statement about Yamia winning seats. You must be comparing presidential to presidential of the past as opposed to using people who on their own are able to win the seats.
Okay.
Not because of Bawumia. And the records are there where you can see that in some of the constituencies that won, the parliamentarian got more than the president.
The presidents, yeah.
So if Abuaji wants to debate on that, they are just making people think, say, oh, I had to say, no. It is on the strength of some of these candidates. And
the candidates are those constituencies.
And yet the vice president army are winning. Then I no soon say Neko.
Okay.
And if you say, who will say about the strengths? We cut across. Obviously, by default, you have the central region, Ashanti will be in that kind of range. But you also have Greater Accra. We are very strong in Eastern. We are very, very strong in almost every region of the region. But, you know, we are not trying. We want to settle this issue about tribal.
The tribal politics.
The tribal politics. It is straight written when you are going to pick up your form. Is there. But people, even just about 2 weeks ago, all the parliamentary caucus of the 5 northern regions put together except one and went to these people, even Savannah and the rest, and says, we need 100%. Could you imagine if that was done by any Akan or Japan group, what the NDC will capitalize on? Akanfo is against you. This caucus, we must stop this. And when we are told not to use tribal, religion, and ethnicity, we should be devoid of that. People are taking advantage. All the parliamentary caucus of the 5 northern regions, except one, were there telling people what they should do, what they shouldn't do, intimidating people. That is wrong. Cut across. Because any honorable Ayama, even in the northern region, some northerners might not have done same.
Okay. And Utia is Dombo Buzia tradition. I mean, Buzia Fuaba, Akase, Dr. Bawumia Beba, Dombo ni SSA Waba. For the party record in your own history, Mon file a candidate or free the up north that. And the majority of the people think and say NPP typically an Akan party. NDC used to tiamo on several occasions. And yemma Dr. Bawumia na cancel that mentality and perception about the new patriotic party. In this time, what do you say? How do you respond to that?
Well, I don't know whether the current people know about Dombo, and I don't know whether Dr. Bawumia is a Dombo. If people want us to go through and check to see whether it's a Dombo, we can do that. But I didn't say we are looking at a country. It has nothing to do with those who started or those who came the second.
Okay.
We need a leader. We need somebody as presidential aspirant who will take us to continue to break the 8. We are not looking for whether it's Dombo or whether, like I told you, in every time. Maybe you need a peacemaker. Maybe you need a military person to lead the country. In this current situation we find ourselves in. A disciplinarian, somebody strong, a civilian with militaristic mentality, I call it.
To sanitize the system.
To sanitize the system. And if he said, nobody other than Honorable Kennedy Japan has what it takes. We cut across. We cut across, whether it's Greater Accra, whether it's Central, whether it's Eastern, whether it's Ashanti, we are everywhere. We don't want to limit ourselves, vice versa, North, It's not possible. But umami ewu na so wada obenya ne amia.
Very well. I said that be Eclipse collateral management for the anope mpacho wo be boa pa ama we japade nkrata no when you so emfa so dodo p the obe nyina no and say wa register we japade no fa nkrata no bra wo mo de be ye adwuma etua commission e wo ho we japade no wo mo form nsanka at the time bia wo hia wo nkrata no bia no wo mo e de wade e de ebemba mpacho wo mo adwuma wo mo ye ni wo mo ye collateral management company and it say wo tie me now your company so a wo hia bank facility nanso oni collateral anope oko Eclipse collateral management for wha wo mo beduma boa ama collateral ama wonsa etimi aka the facility you are looking out for anope oni omo any komo on 0266999020 0266999020 and answer say 0302551877 na when Eclipse collateral management in the enkomo wo mo eye Adenta new site Abakan Street wo mo be Moses clinic no na anope when you mo any enkomo Nax Scientific and Herbal Clinic say men kan chow say no mpemu how bia say wo hwiase o kase mu abu mpacho nkotodwe aya na ye oya wachi bremo spinal cord no aya na ye oya esan say otna se eche anope mpacho any bone related issues bi a wo bia no okọ Nax Scientific Herbal Clinic a wo betuni nyina se e de ama wo mo nko a ana de mfidie no ehwehwe onipaduam scanner wo mo wi a wo mo aye ECG scan no so e de ama de timi aboa mayare bi a ehinta e wo wakoma no ho bia no wo mo clear ni nyina no e de afri ho mpacha no pay wo mo adjacent e Fairview Guest House e wo Taifa ene ne mpatem se wo Spinters ene ne mpatem so a wo mo be e Rainbow IT supermarket no anope obetimi akoho na woni omo ending komo Kumase fonko ahema kokoben main station wa e ho na obehu Nax Scientific Herbal and Research Clinic woni omo ending komo on 0244 120269 0244 120269 na woni Nax for ending komo anope womo ebejo so pa Franco Trading Enterprise for daruma phone papa de mpacho na dwesio ni nyina no ewa ha open phones open refrigerators open air conditions and smart TVs your branches no ati say ewo bebia across the country and pay only Franco Trading Enterprise for any combo on 0246 422-338 0246-422-338 and answer sefre 055-5939-311 na on a Franco Trading Enterprise for any sawaso anope. But remember Mr. Owusu na meneno wrap it up no Saturday coming week na special delegate elections no cost preparation no at the same one so far polling stations across all the centers party the guidelines that says here as a candidate be at each polling center be no ebetimi the two agent and ebetimi akohonum. How are they preparing ahead of Saturday? Na afi the final message to the delegate AT Anope na meneno emfensi. So also bacho mami entel.
In terms of guidelines,
yes,
we must say for the first time, party no electioneering committee no. Oh my idea, papa.
Okay.
You try to keep it to a band baby back
at a centralized point.
Centralized point.
Okay.
They disagreed. So we went on to iron out the type of things that could happen in the area, and they have been very, very cooperative. I think say yeah printing guidelines no graphic him.
Okay.
And you will be a person who guidelines and said you be my the anticipated honor will be timba hey now regional chairman or the prison soldier. Enye juma obia ntimi menho ti wo kwa akoto aba ma wadwene mu nye clear say aba akoto no obia ntimi intimidate you. And more important thing for them to know is that the system has put structures in place such as alphanumeric in terms arrangement so that people don't see they can look at the serial number.
Okay.
And the woman is slow say me kotuma we ya me ko buy bebu me na him say no and na one more why this come out say na kotuba travel to bana there will be no telephone or any system that is supposed to take that picture. E do you see ka GD mensro because ma kwa mo ntwa and you baba but if it's for the first time they've done well, and police for any electoral commission.
Okay.
Omuna be in charge
of the election.
No regional, no constituency executive, no national will be there apart from specific people who are dedicated to. So this is one of the cleanest that you find. So we are encouraging everybody, say, ma obia intimidate you.
Okay.
Untimi ko chapo toma, and the bibia we bia no, yani straight. Ajuma where the air course pa next 2 weeks in there. And yeah, I did be a deba, ma obia a diaphobia ko. Until me ma assurance, say, woman free or woman.
Your last message to the delegate in 1 minute.
Me message anyone say almost she obia oba obetimi edi adwuma aba obetimi amagana companies ye wo Ghana enso agro ye company yan ketenkete nti yentimi mfa nipa obi agegina kwa ho endi obi a wona adwene mu a oba obetimi ni businessmen amiti ahia omo halfway ama yesoso yetime wo say adwuma ekuta Ghana for enti honorable ne dia ne adwuma Ajima and the more mokoto aba no mo hi obi oba ma brabo mu ebesisa na waye bi soda da masipi
me so be da say enti Owura Kwame Owusu campaign manager edeba the Honorable Kennedy Akompreko Japan and Anope Meneno Eddie and Kobod. I'm so grateful for his time. My main wish charity, Hajia Charity, a very big happy birthday. Former NDC Upper East Regional Women's Organizer, Anope, happy birthday to you. Now, main wish centenary anniversary Sonko and Koma, the Accra High School Old Boys Association. Anope, happy anniversary to you. God bless you so much. I was Kwame Appiah Kubi. This is where time permits us to drop it down. So Joe comes up next with Mid Production together with the entire sports crew, and to stay with him and the rest of our programs. I don't yeni our china yabesan so anywhere dear shia na yedina what chini mudi no edi SC. Midede Kwame Appiah Kubi. On behalf of my team, I say a very big thank you. Good morning. We are out.
Asama to nyonko na to baby and can farm Nenso me baby and come pema yeden Nenso waduma kuma body a bo nipa bata nipa ho obi ada na nyonko Yesu and the ratio obi a woni duma odidi bo a oman Wokwa na ni kosi na fro wa you kuni chechere ne ma bia na ni koso ni ja obrechi ni kupodu fo eja wo mu ankuni maba aguna na wiri kwa ba akasa no makasa French mbobie na no awoboajo asana na ho febia wani bono so awira tete wokwa ne ba ne na sene ne ba ejo no bi no anta bi eja wo mu anamidi asa